Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Learn English Dialogue. I'm your host, John. Today, we have a special guest, Robert. Robert, welcome to the show. Thank you, John. I'm really excited to be here and talk about today's topic. Great. Today, we're discussing a very important topic, staying always motivated. This is something everyone struggles with at some point. So, Robert, let's start with a simple question. What does motivation mean to you? Motivation to me is the drive that pushes us to achieve our goals. It's that inner force that keeps us going, even when things get tough. Without motivation, it's hard to accomplish anything significant. Absolutely. Motivation is crucial for success, but staying motivated all the time can be challenging. What are some common reasons people lose motivation? There are many reasons. Some common ones are lack of clear goals, feeling overwhelmed, facing repeated failures, and sometimes even boredom. When people don't see progress, they tend to lose motivation. I agree. Setting clear goals is very important. Can you share some tips on how to set effective goals? Sure. One effective method is setting SMART goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This means your goals should be clear and specific. You should be able to measure your progress. They should be realistic, relevant to your overall objectives, and have a deadline. That's a great method. Let's break it down. What does a specific goal look like? A specific goal is clear and detailed. For example, instead of saying, I want to get fit, you say, I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months by exercising 5 days a week and eating healthy. Got it. And what about measurable? Measurable means you can track your progress. Using the same example, you can measure your weight loss weekly to see if you are on track. And achievable? Achievable means your goal should be realistic and attainable. Losing 10 pounds in 3 months is realistic for most people, but saying, I want to lose 10 pounds in a week is not. Right. How about relevant? Relevant means your goal should align with your broader objectives. If your broader objective is to be healthier, losing weight is relevant. Lastly, time-bound? Time-bound means you set a deadline for your goal. This helps create a sense of urgency. Saying, I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months gives you a clear time frame to work within. That's very helpful. Now, once we set our goals, how do we stay motivated to achieve them? One way is to break your goals into smaller, manageable tasks. This makes them less overwhelming and easier to accomplish. Celebrate your small wins along the way to keep yourself motivated. Celebrating small wins is important. It keeps you positive. Can you give an example of breaking down a big goal? Sure. Let's say your goal is to write a book in a year. Break it down into smaller tasks like writing a chapter each month, setting aside time each day for writing, and maybe even setting milestones like finishing a draft by a certain date. That makes sense. What about when we face setbacks? How can we stay motivated then? Setbacks are a part of any journey. The key is to stay resilient. Learn from your mistakes and adjust your plan if needed. It's also helpful to remind yourself why you started in the first place. Keep your end goal in mind and stay focused on the bigger picture. That's great advice. Sometimes sharing your goals with others can also help, right? Definitely. Sharing your goals with friends or family can create a support system that can encourage you and hold you accountable. Joining a group with similar goals can also be motivating. Having a support system is crucial. It makes you feel that you're not alone in your journey. What role does self-discipline play in staying motivated? Self-discipline is very important. Motivation can fluctuate, but discipline keeps you going. It's about developing habits that support your goals. For instance, even if you don't feel like working out, having the discipline to go to the gym will keep you on track. So true. Discipline is like the backbone of motivation. How can one build self-discipline? Start small. Begin with small, manageable tasks and gradually build up. Consistency is key. Also, remove distractions that might tempt you to stray from your goals. Creating a routine and sticking to it helps build discipline over time. Great points. Now let's talk about the environment. How does your environment affect your motivation? Your environment plays a big role. A cluttered or negative environment can drain your energy and motivation. Creating a positive and organized space can boost your productivity and keep you motivated. Can you give some tips on creating a positive environment? Sure. Keep your workspace clean and organized. Surround yourself with positive people who support your goals. You can also use motivational quotes or vision boards to remind yourself of your goals and aspirations. Vision boards are a great idea. They provide a visual reminder of what you're working towards. What about taking care of oneself? How does self care relate to motivation? Self care is crucial for maintaining motivation. If you're not taking care of your physical and mental health, it's hard to stay motivated. Regular exercise, a healthy diet, enough sleep, and taking breaks when needed can all help keep your motivation levels high. Self care is indeed important. Sometimes we push ourselves too hard and burn out. How can we avoid burnout? To avoid burnout, it's important to balance work and rest. Take regular breaks and don't be afraid to step away from your work when you need to recharge. Practice mindfulness or meditation to manage stress. Also, make time for activities you enjoy outside of your goals. Mindfulness and meditation are great for stress management. Speaking of enjoyment, how important is it to enjoy what you're doing? It's very important. When you enjoy what you're doing, it doesn't feel like a chore. You're more likely to stay motivated and put in the effort needed to achieve your goals. Find ways to make your tasks enjoyable and focus on the positive aspects of your journey. Enjoying the journey makes a big difference. Sometimes we get caught up in the end result and forget to appreciate the process. Any final tips for our listeners on staying motivated? Remember that motivation is a continuous process. It's normal to have ups and downs. Stay patient and persistent. Keep your goals clear, celebrate your progress, and don't be too hard on yourself. Surround yourself with positive influences, take care of yourself, and most importantly, believe in your ability to achieve your goals. That's excellent advice, Robert. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your insights on staying motivated. Thank you, John. It was a pleasure being here. I hope our discussion helps your listeners stay motivated and achieve their goals. I'm sure it will. Thanks again, Robert, and thank you to all our listeners for tuning in. Remember, staying motivated is a journey, and with the right mindset and strategies, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Until next time, keep learning and stay motivated.